Number 10. Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey, Nintendo 64, PlayStation. The game wasn't the greatest and it wasn't the best in terms of gameplay, but there's no denying how much fun Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey was. It just looked like a fun game, and it was one of the few NHL games that you could pick up and play without knowing anything about how to play a hockey video game. The game looked great, from the blinking puck to the glowing ice. I mean, when you scored a goal, the net started on fire. That alone deems a game eligible for top hockey game of all time list. And Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey proved fun time and time again for years. Number 9. NHL Breakaway 98, PlayStation, Nintendo 64. It wasn't the best game, but for 1997 it played well and it looked well. But NHL Breakaway 98 makes this list for one feature that was added that was ahead of its time: the ability to edit players, from their jersey number to their position to even their team. NHL Breakaway 98 allowed players finally to customize a team as he see fit, or a player didn't like that he was wearing number 99, change it to number 1 or 00. But, I mean, look at it. There's no place to sit, and the boards just open up. I mean, he's going to sit down on nothing. Number 8. NHL 99, PlayStation, Nintendo 64. Now, everybody remembers the PlayStation version of this game for the awesome intro and the first game with Jim Houston on play-by-play. But for this, we're going to focus on the N64 version that had Bill Clement on play-by-play. I mean, there's no reason that a game, when you have awesome commentary like that, doesn't deserve a top 10 spot. I mean, just listen, when you have this as your commentary,
he stops him and drops him.
You definitely deserve a spot on the list. Number 7. NHL 3-on-3 Arcade, Xbox 360, PS3. As the NHL series began to get a bit complicated for casual players with the introduction of the skill stick, EA Sports decided to release a fun, simple, pighead arcade version of the game for everyone to be able to pick up and play, and the result was phenomenal. From the different power-ups to make micro goalies and mini goalies, to double goal power-ups, to even hard shots and giant players, NHL 3-on-3 Arcade provided hours of pick-up and play fun in a draft team style format that you can play up to any amount of goals you want. There's just no reason to not go back to this game, and nearly 8 years after its release, it's still as fun today as it ever was. Number 6. NHL 96, SNES, Sega Genesis, Game Boy, and DOS. For everything that NHL 94 did right in 1993, NHL 96 in 1995 from EA Sports did it that much better. The ability to edit lines any way you saw fit, to multiple seasons in franchise mode, to making trades that saved outside of the franchise mode. NHL 1996 took the great gameplay that everybody loved from 94 and 95 and improved upon it in the form of off-ice features that fans have been clamoring for. There's even the option to create your own player, which you were able then to spend hours creating your own teams and making your roster perfect for the following years. NHL 96 to some might be better than 94, but because of what 94 introduced to the franchise, it can't be put above that game just yet. However, NHL 1996 did reintroduce fighting to the franchise that many fans were upset about missing in 1994. Number 5. ESPN NHL 2K5, PlayStation 2, and Xbox. It wasn't often that the 2K series beat out the EA Sports series in terms of NHL, but 2K5 was one year when it wiped the floor with EA competition. 2K5 provided in-depth offline features, in-depth online features, and in-depth gameplay that made it the most fun to play on the ice when it was the only way for hockey fans to get their NHL fix as the team was in a lockout. The skating was fluid, the stick handling was nice, the overlay was nice, the play-by-play was nice, the presentation, everything in this game screamed better than the poor effort by EA Sports. Unfortunately for 2K, EA Sports would have the final knockout in this one, as 2K has ceased operations on main console releases but have returned back to mobile. Nevertheless, ESPN NHL 2K5 will go down as the best offering from the 2K series in terms of hockey, and hopefully we see him again in the near future. Number 4. NHL 07, PlayStation 2, Xbox, Xbox 360, PC, and PSP. NHL 07 was a major turning point in the franchise for EA Sports, as not only did they introduce Gary Thorne and Bill Clement as the new play-by-play and color men for next gen, but they also introduced the revolutionary skill stick that has become a staple of the NHL franchise to this day. The ability to use the right stick on your gamepad as your hockey stick made NHL 07 feel like a brand new experience for fans of the series, both long and new. There's no denying the impact that it had on the franchise, which makes NHL 7 deserve a spot in the top 5 of all-time games. Number 3. NHL Hits 2002, GameCube, Xbox, and PlayStation 2. Fresh off the success of the widely popular NFL Blitz franchise, Midway decided to dip its feet in the NHL market with the release of this arcade platform. NHL Hits 2002 provided fans with a style of gameplay they had never seen before for a hockey game in the form of 3-on-3, fast-paced, hard-hitting, and high-scoring gameplay that really changed the scene in NHL and gave fans a new alternative away from the sim offerings of 2K Sports and EA Sports. The company released 2 more versions of the game in NHL Hits 2003 and NHL Hits Pro, but nothing has grabbed fans' attentions more than the first offering back in 2001 of NHL Hits 2002. Number 2. NHL 94, Sega Genesis, SNES, and DOS. The consensus number 1 game of all time finds its way to number 2 on our list thanks to beautiful visuals, great gameplay, and the introduction of the slap shot, which was exploited more times than I care to remember. Over 20 years since its release, NHL 94 remains a fan favorite and was even honored with an anniversary mode feature in the most recent offerings of the EA Sports NHL franchise on last-gen consoles. The limited number of features and removal of fighting from the game, however, was enough to keep this title outside of the number 1 spot in this countdown. Number 1. NHL 04, PC, GameCube, PS2, and Xbox. It may not be a popular opinion, but the long-lasting popularity of NHL 04 warrants its spot at the top of this list. With incredible gameplay and amazing visuals for its time, NHL 04 proved to be one of the best-looking and playing NHL games of all time. What made it more special were the features it had off the ice. Franchise mode was the most in-depth and fun the series has ever offered. From GM offices to scouting and training upgrades, arena customization to drafts and trades, NHL 04's franchise mode was good for hours of fun. The game's legacy still lives on thanks to a fan-rebuilt version of the game that sees yearly updates to the teams, rosters, and visuals of this long-lasting game. What do you think of the top 10 NHL games of all time? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe.